let's talk about. Tyler and I
shit.
have a difference of opinion on this. I'm curious for John. We were very close to getting the most interesting, sonically, the most interesting rap beef of all time with Lupe Fiasco and Kid Cudi. I'm glad that they made up. I always want to see maturity, but I would have loved to have had a song back and forth first. And Tyler says that I'm wrong for leaning into the samurai seppuku bars that we would have had in that shit.
Bro, look.
It would have been. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I
wonder what you think.
Cudi and Lupe have had a beef for about 10 years over some Twitter shit, right?
You knew this though?
Yeah.
I wasn't aware.
I wasn't
until
aware either.
this weekend.
Oh yeah, Lupe would always say some slick shit to Cudi on Twitter for all of us to see, right? But yeah, basically Lupe was doing verses, for fans for like $80 or $100 or something like that, and Cudi, quote tweeted him and said, where's all this money that you're getting going to? Like, just hating, right? Cudi admitted himself he did some fuck shit, right? And so that's where the beef stemmed from, because he was hating on some shit like that.
How long ago?
This was like 2014 or
that
shit.
tweet was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, this is like 2014 or some shit.
And some
right?
pure, like exactly what you say. You only send that tweet to someone you really hate.
Right. And
so that's where it started. So Lupe's been like, fuck him ever since. I get it now, though. It kind of makes sense.
The whole thing,
I think I'd always feel like fuck you if you tried to play me on.
And the whole thing is they weren't just associates or just fuck with each other on Twitter. Like Lupe said, when he was going to do his depressive episodes and shit, he reached out and was like, yo, I'm here if you need anything. And then he did that to him on Twitter. Like, that's some fuck shit. And Cudi admitted it was some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? And good for Cudi for having the fucking, the fucking perspective to realize.
Because niggas will die on some fuck shit. So I'm glad he, he stood on it. You feel me?
Yeah. So anyway, a new interview comes up where Cudi said some slick shit about Lupe. And Lupe went on this fucking 2-day rant, basically just going at Cudi, and they patched that shit up, and I love to see it. Like I said, this is the type of rap beef that I love. I like to see rap beefs where there's genuine hate between people at first. We get some entertaining back and forths, some funny threats of violence. Lupe said he wanted to beat his ass so bad he was having a migraine. That shit killed me.
Headache. Yeah. That's great.
That was incredible.
I want to beat this nigga so bad my head hurts, bro.
That was incredible.
Very relatable,
right? So some funny empty threats of violence, and then they patch it up with some heartfelt shit, right? Like, that's how I like to see my beefs go. Now, sonically, it would have been the worst fucking beef of all time.
Horrible.
If Lupe and Cudi went in the booth and went at each other, like I said, Lupe would have been out here doing some metaphysical fucking samurai seppuku bars, and Cudi would have just aggressively hummed back at him. None of us would have had any fun with that beef, dog. I'm glad they kept it out of the booth. And I'm one who loves diss tracks, but I did not want to see a back and forth on wax between those two. Hell no.
I think the drama's way more fun. You know what I'm saying? We got the beef, we got the peak. And then the circle closed. You know what I'm saying? We got the full story. You know what I mean? Like that I would have not have played that one time, bro. That shit would have been horrible. There's no way. I couldn't imagine Cudi, like all 138 pounds of him, lying about fighting anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? I would do what? Nigga, shut the fuck up.
About
you know
fighting
what I mean?
MIT professor Lupe Fiasco.
Right. But that MIT professor would have bust his ass, though. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it would have been close. So, nah, we didn't need that. I do like lies in rap at times, but I didn't need that lie. You feel me?
The list of people that I would side with against Lupe Fiasco in any sort of beef is probably limited to like the two of you and like people I'm blood related to. Like, as soon as I saw I want to beat him up so bad, I have a migraine, I was like, absolutely.
You've been there.
But also just like I'm on his side. You know what I mean? I love Lupe Fiasco. Like, yes, I don't care who this is or what they did. And I was happy to see that. I feel justified because I did feel like Kid Cudi was on some very goofy shit.
That was some bullshit he was on.
And what yes, Lupe is who he is now. But I do want to talk about how good those first two albums were.
Incredible.
And I met him like after the first one, he was on a college tour. He bowed to me, the nicest motherfucker ever. You know what I'm saying? Just so kind. So I knew it had to be some fuck shit if he didn't like somebody, because you know what I'm saying? And he's too smart to just be angry for no reason to me. I don't know why. I just felt that way. You know, I feel like, and anyway, but like he was so kind. But I mean, yes, these would have been trash now, but those first two albums, fucking incredible music. So.
Yeah. For Food and Liquor and the Cool, phenomenal. For fucking
Crazy.
phenomenal.
I'm gonna run that shit back on the street.
Yeah.
I might get high and listen to the Cool.
And that Enemy of the State mixtape, bro. Like that's some of the best rap.
I never tapped into the mixtape. I don't know.
These mixtapes are
Yeah.
yes.
The Enemy of the State, he dropped
Enemy of
that
the State
2009. I think that is the best rapping we ever heard from Lupe on that shit. He went fucking crazy on that shit.
Better than his first album?
Yes, I'm telling you, go tap into that Enemy of the State mixtape. He's rapping on everyone else's beats.
I had to have heard it. I had to have heard it. I just
turning on my that piff bat light bat signal.
Hey, that piff held us down, man.
A cultural institution.
It's got to be over with, right?
I think it is.
Gotta be.
I told y'all I quit my the only reason I have the career I have is because of those two albums. Literally, like I had a job I hated out of college. I was like had told myself, like all 22-year-olds tell themselves, like, I'm gonna get this job so I can pay the bills and I'm gonna chase my dreams in my free time, right? Like I'm gonna work on a novel, like all this other shit. And I hated the job so much. Like I think I've told y'all about it. I don't know if I've talked about it on the pod. I was a assistant editor at a business trade magazine corporation. We had School Bus Monthly, we had Nails Monthly, we had Metro Monthly. It's all these horrible magazines.
Monthly.
Yeah, bro. Like
Jesus
yes,
Christ.
like that was like day one. Like you're writing a profile on this nail tech, and you're writing copy for an ad about these press-on nails. And I was like,
oh, those type of nails.
yeah, I was like, you
Cosmetic
might have
nails.
the wrong person because I don't know. And they were like, you'll figure it out, you know? And I did it for like 3 months and I just hated it. And I got to where my only two friends were the two black girls who worked there. We would have lunch together every day. And I got to and they were in this exact same headspace I was. And I got to the point where I like couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't even talk to them. I would leave like the second I could hit my button for lunch. I would run in the car. I would drive to Trader Joe's. I would get a 99-cent baguette and a $2 pack of turkey. And I would make myself a turkey baguette sandwich and sit in the car and listen to those two Lupe Fiasco albums over and over again. And finally, one day, literally, I was like, this motherfucker is having so much fun doing the shit that he's supposed to be here doing. Like, he's having so much fun. And I hate every minute of and like I get home and I don't want to write or do anything because I just feel like gross. And so I told y'all, like I had like a little mini nervous breakdown one day, came back after lunch, walked into my boss's office and I was like, I quit. Like she was like, oh, do you put in your 2 weeks notice? I was like, no, I am leaving right now and you are never going to see me again. I need you to cut me a check right now. I'm gone. And I listened to the Cool the whole way home. I like blew the speakers on the Honda Accord out and never looked back, bro.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL playoffs, is bringing you an offer that'll help make the playoffs electrifying. New customers can bet $5 on any game and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. The Cowboys are 7-point favorites against the Packers this weekend, and I'm excited to see how they manage to mess it up.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code Jenkins. New customers can bet just $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code Jenkins. The crown is yours.